I have never played Oblivion, and Oblivion Remastered recently came out, so I decided, like any normal person, to try to beat my first ever playthrough using a bow you find in the tutorial. Can I go from a peasant unable to defeat bandits to an undetectable one-shotting archer, all while using a bow so crap it takes 3 shots to kill a rat? Well, if you want to find out, then continue watching Can I Beat Oblivion only using a rusty iron bow. I started this adventure inside a prison cell. I chose Wood Elf as my race so that I get the bonuses to stealth and archery. There are no finer archers. And to prove how new I am to this game, I also chose the Reaper's March origin because I didn't even know the origins affect your stats. I then made this beautiful female wood elf named Fae Elvina, which literally means fairy elf. She is nimble and quick, resistant to diseases, can command simple creatures, and improved personality, which will come in handy when we try to persuade people. Now we're still in a prison cell, and our first and possibly biggest hater is across from our cell.
You're going to die in here, Wood Elf. Die.
However, it must be our lucky day because the Emperor is trying to escape some assassins that have entered the tower. And because of a mistake, I'm in the cell that is the secret exit for the Emperor. Little fine shit.
Better not close this one. There's no way to open it from the other side.
I followed them and we got attacked by some assassins, but I didn't have my trusty bow and had to watch one of them die. No, she a little fine shit. They then proceeded to fuck off without me and some rats bust through the wall, but again, I don't have a bow and that's the only way I'm allowed to deal damage in this challenge, so I had to quickly make a run for it. Can't shoot them because I don't have a bow, but... oh shit, did I get it? I think I got it. I didn't get it. There we go. And with bow in hand, it wasn't long before I cleared out all the rats in my way. So that was stressful. And a ton more of rats and goblins later, I met up with the Emperor and he asked me what my star sign was. I said, I'm a Leo. He said, not that star sign, you fucking idiot. I think I'm gonna go Thief, just for the speed, agility and luck. Well, that's all it offers, but I think being able to get away from people, jump away from people, move, is gonna be so useful. So I think I'm just going to have to do this. We then got into a fight and my game crashed, so I had to reload it. But I reloaded the game and did the whole fight again, and we won. Well, some of us won. No! I accidentally shot this guy during the fight, but before the Emperor died, he gave me his Amulet of Kings, which is a main storyline quest. Thank you, Emperor. I made a custom class with stealth, willpower, speed, and the major skills being armorer, athletics, illusion, marksman, mercantile, sneak, and speechcraft. All of these will help me in my build later in the video. I had to then kill a couple of goblins. Oh shit. and finally walk through this gate to claim my freedom. And we're here. Oh my god. Look how beautiful it is. Absolutely gorgeous. There's a wizard tower up there or something. Wow. Oh shit. There's a crab. I just want to say, I'm not sure if you can capture it on the video as well, but the game is absolutely stunning and it plays pretty smooth. The weapons, the fighting, everything is so beautifully crafted and so beautiful to look at, so fun to play. I mean, I had a great experience playing Oblivion, and the only other Elder Scrolls game I've ever played is Skyrim. Now that the glazing is over with, I found myself against some bandits. Fall by my hand. If watching that fight wasn't obvious enough, I'm not very good at this game yet. It's been a long time since I've played Skyrim. I've never played Oblivion, and my skill's not at the greatest level, but I'm a quick learner, and you'll see later in the video I start to get decent at the game, especially with the gear and strategies I pull out of my ass. Oh, I look intimidating. I look cool. I look super cool. Trust me guys, I look cool. And then I had my first interaction with the persuasion, and I thought I did well. I had no idea what was going on, but I thought I did well even though my disposition had dropped greatly just because he laughed a little bit. I understand the minigame a little bit more now, but at the same time I can't see this guy's face, so I couldn't have succeeded the minigame whatsoever. But I understand it later in the video, but my next interaction was just as bad.
This is a hold-up. Hand it over or die.
What?
We can play.
Come here, bitch. Oh, I missed.
Jump on my sword while you can.
Was he trying to float? Jump on my sword. Bro, chill out. Just because I'm a cute looking little elf lady. Chill out, man. Chill out. The hell is that? Good boy. Sit down, you tramp. Oh, bone meal. Bro, this is like Minecraft. You kill a skeleton with a bow and you get bone meal. That's crazy, man. This game is so good. Look how good the graphics are. Like, look. This might be the best game I've ever played. This is crazy. Now I just gotta find this second guy. Here he is. Oh my god, too easy, too easy. I headed over to Cheydinhal City. Wow. Very nice, very nice. Nice decor, everything's a little purple. And I tried my luck at the persuasion system on a trader.
A few moments later.
Fuck! I don't know how that works, to be honest. Okay, so I understand persuading a tiny bit more. You basically want to get the big bars into what she likes the most. So let me just give this a try. She really loves that. So I'm gonna... She doesn't like that. I'm gonna boast while it's a small bar. I'm going to... Joe quality approval.
Not bad at all.
She really hates that, so I want that to be smaller. I'm gonna...
What a wonderful compliment.
And see, now her whatever it's called, disposition is 25. So I just actually raised her approval of me. So I actually understand the minigame a tiny bit more. Essentially, you want to shift... I don't, everyone probably knows this. I've just learned this, but you want to shift the big bars over to something with like the larger bars, like 4 bars or 3 bars, over to something she loves, because it gives you higher approval. And then there'll be 2 things she doesn't like particularly, and you want the smaller bars to be on that, so you get less loss of disposition, essentially. I went to the Fighters Guild headquarters and accepted a quest to ship weapons over to people in a mine.
We need a weapons shipment delivered to Desolate Mine. That's your job.
I then ran my fat ass over to the mine and got attacked by some goblins at the mine's entrance. Didn't even realise there was a guy there. Goodbye! Cool. Oh, what the fuck? How'd you even hit me?
We've got trouble with goblins here. I'll take the bow. You give the weapons to my other 2 men.
I long to sink a blade into some goblin flesh.
He wants a blade, I'll give him a blade.
Blade? Fantastic. Let us take the fight to these vile creatures.
I need a weapon. I'm looking forward to bashing some skulls in. A hammer. Excellent. Good for bashing in puny goblin skulls.
This is true. This is true. Come on. Put the radio on. Friday night. Let's go, let's go, let's go, people. Of course he's going for me. Oh. Okay. Are you okay? Hello? No! I'll take his stuff real quick though. Oh. No, and she died. Oh my god, are you kidding me? How did they even die? How did they even die? That's what I really want to know. Like, they just died to some frickin' whatever. There we go. I then took the news of how useless those troops were back to the Fighters Guild.
Well, you got the weapons there, but there were casualties after. Do better in the future or don't come to me for work.
I need to join the Dark Brotherhood this run because I need the gear it gives me, so I was searching around for the rumor and...
Say that when you murder someone, The Dark Brotherhood comes to you in your sleep. It's how they recruit new members.
And with that, I waited till night and did what had to be done. I then slept and also had a level up to do. Do I want to put the rest of them in? For me, it's between willpower, because that's maximum fatigue, and endurance, because that's max health and regeneration. But also, personality is good as well. I might go personality just because early on I don't need crazy willpower endurance, like early on, but the rest of the levels, next level up, etc., I'll go endurance and willpower, I think. That same night, I also got visited by Lucian, who gave me an opportunity to join the Dark Brotherhood. He said that I needed to kill another person at night.
You prefer silence then? As do I.
Okay, let's deal with this guy.
Rufio? He's an old codger. Been living here for a couple of weeks now. If you ask me, he's hiding from something.
Goodbye, Rufio. I should be able to just sleep and get the quest done.
So, the deed is done. How do I know this? You'll find that the Dark Brotherhood knows a great many things, for you are now part of the family.
I also learned something interesting. If you shoot an arrow, then you switch to a dagger, you get the 8 times multiplier that a dagger would from a sneak attack. So you can get 8 times the bow damage on a sneak attack just by switching to a dagger while your arrow is in the air. What are you doing? There we go. I got the 8 times damage, there we go. Oh shit. I'm heavily encumbered.
Who's that? Huh? Hello? Who's that?
I just got the 8 times multiplier as well. I'm liking these very easy lockpicks.
Your presence here will not
Oh, what the fuck?
die, curse!
Did I get that 8 times? No, I got 1 times. Oh, what the hell? There we go. I feel like I'm learning like mobility, shooting the bow like a little bit better. I feel like I'm improving a little bit. Okay, so that side is lowered, which means, can I get around this side? I can. Didn't even need to lower that. I'm just that skilled, just jump about. How did it go between his arms? Oh, what the fuck? I'm being gassed. Oh my god. I honestly thought I was gonna die there. There's a potion against like disease there. I don't know if that would help that, but that might be the way to do it.
To arms! To arms! Show me what you've got!
Oh my god. It's those close range shots. I keep missing those close range shots. Oh yeah, I've got tons of stuff to sell as well, which is nice. After leaving the underground area, I got into a fight with these two people and my bow actually broke. But it's not to worry because I have a second rusty iron bow in my inventory which I can just equip and use from now on. I then headed over to the city of Anvil for a key part of this build. Once there, I headed over to the cove, which is right next to the castle in this little crook. It used to be a DLC, but now it comes with the remastered game. Okay, so there's a cove underneath here, which has a quest in it, and it will help my build a lot. The quest is pretty simple. It's essentially clear out all the skeletons, which used to be pirates, inside the cove, and then you can head to the rest of the quest. So without further ado, here's me killing all of the skeletons. To complete this quest line to get the stuff I need, I have to speak to Dahlia Rackham, who is simply in Anvil at the docks. I think she's on this boat. I think the lady I have to speak to is on this boat.
Hail.
What the? Hello?
What?
But buying all the things to resurface the cove is really expensive. I mean, look at this list. However, I can circumvent this issue because there is a duplication glitch within the game, which means I can duplicate a bunch of potions of cure disease and then sell it to anyone in Anvil, which means infinite money. I have 14,000 gold now. I then bought all the upgrades to the grove that Dahlia has to offer. Now, although it's nice to have a fully decked out cove all for myself, there is a very important reason why I bought this cove in the first place. And it's for these 2 glass arrows that you find laying on the ground after you've bought the cove. Now, these are some of the best arrows in the game, and they're the best early game arrows. They do a ton of damage, and I can use the duplication glitch from earlier to create infinite glass arrows. And within seconds I have 154 glass arrows, each dealing 9 damage per hit, which is 3 whole points of damage better than my steel arrows. Okay, so I'm just gonna go sleep so I can get my level up. So this is the stat allocations. I've got 5 in willpower, 5 in agility, and 2 in speed, just to bring it up to 70 so everything's even Steven. Now I'm at the boarded up abandoned house and I just have to pick this lock and then go in there. There we go. I've got to say sanguine, my brother. Yeah, this looks like the right location if I were being honest.
What is the color of night?
There we go.
Greetings, greetings. I am Oshiva, mistress of this sanctuary.
Now, it's not very important what she has to say, but what is important is what she gives me. She gives me a very, very nice piece of armor, and it fits perfectly for my sneak archer build. Ah! We got the shrouded armor. Now essentially this gear improves my marksman, illusion and sneak skills, which is all the skills that I need for this build. This vampire then gave me a quest to murder a bunch of pirates for the Brotherhood. Okay, so I'm going to sleep so that I can get my level up again. Yep. Put 5 into agility again. I'm going to put 5 into speed. And I'm going to put 2 into willpower. It looks like I've got another level up as well. Same agility, speed, endurance. I then showed the Amulet of Kings to this monk for a quest line that I'm going to continue later. But first I bought a horse and start this very long trek to the top of a mountain for a very specific item. Supposedly. So we've just got to go up here. In a minute I'll show you where it is on the map. Now that was 8 times speed and not even half of the journey, so you can imagine how long it took me. Now the place I'm going to is this blue marker on the map in the Gerald Mountains, if you want to go there yourself and do what I'm doing. Okay, I think I've made it here. So just from here, down there is the beast that they're talking about. So, glass arrows, first ever bow you pick up in the game. There's a beast down there, and you just gotta hit a couple shots in him from this distance. That time it did 8 times the damage because of my dagger. There we go. And then there we go. So that was 2 8 times attacks with my bow, is what just happened there. So with glass arrows, all my proficiency with the damage on the bow, and then 8 times that damage multiplier is a lot of damage. Now here, what we have here is the best bow in the game, right here. This is literally the best bow you can get at a low level, and apparently it's one of the best bows in the game, if not the best. So it does 12 damage, just based on my multiplier, which is double what this bow does. Also, it has frost damage, so it has an extra 15 frost damage on a hit. So that's 27 damage, essentially, opposed to what I have now, which is 6 damage. So that's 27 damage just based off the bow. Oh my god, I can't speak. 27 damage off the bow, and then if I used glass arrows, that's an extra 11 damage. But obviously, that's not what we're doing this run. But if you want the best bow in the game, or the best one you can get early on, this is where you go. Here's it on the map. If you want to use it, the dive rock's right up here. It's right above. It's right here. Okay? That's exactly where you find it. But obviously, again, I'm not going to be using it, so I can go where it wants to go. I then headed over to a city completely leveled from a gate to Oblivion being opened.
It was too much, too fast. We were overwhelmed.
When I entered, the only way to close the gate is to get to the top of the largest tower. Something really specific to the build. Who's the better archer? Come here! Oh shit, I missed. Oh, I missed again, I'm autistic. There we go. Oh my god, I'm getting dicked. I'm drinking invisibility, because that way I can get straight out of the fight and then enter the fight. I'm gonna drink another invis potion, because that way I can disengage the fight entirely. I'm invis. And then I can pick one off again. There we go, dropped one. Oh, I missed. There we go. There we go. Oh, what the? I'm face to face with some random ass guy.
Cage! Over here!
There we go. Shot his ankles out.
Cage! Over here!
Okay, I'm getting closer. I'm getting closer. There we go.
First blood sack.
Let's go. I've leveled up as well, which is pretty sick. This should be the final stretch now, I believe. Fatigue. Ow, wow, wow. Yeah. So the tech for this is this: when activating the sigil stone, you get a random. It randomly assorts you out of a list an ability that you can attach to a piece of armor or a weapon, but it's random. So what we're gonna do instead of letting the game randomize it, I'm gonna quick save here, and if I don't get the one I want, I'm gonna reload, and I'm gonna keep doing that. The one I want is Chameleon, because Chameleon allows you to go invisible. It gives you a % chance to be invisible in front of people. So that's the one I want for this build. Alright, and after a couple reloads of my save, I finally have the Chameleon on self defensive effect. So, I can now, I believe, if I've done this right, do the duplication glitch, do it on this, I believe. You won't know until I check my inventory. And it worked. I now have 5 subjugation. Oh my god, I keep calling it subjugation. Subgestion sigil stones. And now I simply just have to buy a bunch of clothing gear and equip the sigil to each one of those gear. And this applies 5 stacks of 15% chameleon on self. This shouldn't usually be allowed to happen, but because I've duplicated the sigils, it is allowed. Which then times is 15% by 5, essentially giving me permanent invisibility. There we go. And being completely invisible definitely has its advantages in Oblivion Remastered. But because I'm not much of a cheater and I don't want to ruin the complete game, and I still want to have difficulty and fun and improve my build realistically, I won't be using this gear again. I will just be using the gear that I got from the Dark Brotherhood.